First, I'll tell just a little about the Lionel Barrow Award, and then Elia will tell a little about the recipient. That will be brief. The award is the Lionel Barrow Award for Distinguished Achievement in Diversity, Research, and Education. The Barrow Award was created in 2009 by the Commission on the Status of Minorities, as well as the Minorities and Communication Division. It was created in honor of the late Lionel C. Barrow Jr., who was a longtime member who provided key leadership and guidance to the association. In 1968, he pioneered and founded an ad hoc committee on minority education to recruit, train, and place people of color. In 1970, he founded and became the founding head of the Minorities and Communication Division. In 1997, the Communication Theory and Methodology Division renamed its Diversity Scholarship in his honor. That same year, he received the AEJMC Presidential Award for his contribution, and then finally in 2005, he was recognized with one of AEJMC's highest honors, the Distinguished Service Award for his outstanding service and his promotion of diversity. This will be the third year for the award. The first year was Paula Poindexter, the second year was Bob Ruggles, and this year Dr. Felix Gutierrez will be receiving the award. And to tell you a little about him, we're going to ask Lionel to come forward.
Yes, good morning. It is indeed a pleasure to present the 2011 recipient of the Barrow Award, Dr. Felix Gutierrez. Dr. Gutierrez is a professor of journalism and communication at the University of Southern California, and is also an affiliate professor of American Studies and Ethnicity. For more than 40 years, he has devoted his intellectual and advocacy efforts in scholarship, in teaching, and service to promoting diversity, inclusion, and equity in media education and in professional practice. His scholarship since 1972 has focused on racial diversity and media. He's the author or co-author of 5 books and more than 50 scholarly publications. But more important than the number of publications is the fact that his work has become foundational literature and text for those of us who teach in media studies, in minorities and communication, and in history of journalism. Dr. Gutierrez has been at the forefront of curricular development as well, since he first taught a course on Chicanos and media at Stanford University in 1970. This is a commitment he has maintained throughout the decades since his role as educator and mentor to other media professors. More recently, he has produced a wonderful multimedia traveling exhibit and documentary titled Voices for Justice, 200 Years of Latino Newspapers in the United States, that documents the trajectory and impact of Latino journalists and media. During the decades, he has maintained a commitment to diversity in the professional and philanthropic areas. Among other accomplishments, he has served as executive director of the Chicano News Media Association in California, and as senior vice president of the Freedom Forum and the Museum. For his efforts and contributions, he has received more than 35 awards from organizations as diverse as the Black Colleges Communication Association, the Asian American Journalists Association, the National Lesbian and Gay Association, and the list goes on, including AEJMC, of course. As the head of the Minorities and Communication Division, this outgoing head, presenting this award to Felix is particularly significant, not only because I have benefited from his scholarship and mentorship, but also because this is the 40th anniversary of the Foundation of Minorities and Communication, the division. And he has been a leader, a mentor, and a friend to MAC members and to AEJC members across the division and in the Commission for the Status of Minorities. So please join me in honoring Felix Gutierrez with this award.
Thank you very much, Linda and Mia. I can't think of 2 better representatives of what we have stood for and are still standing for than these 2 women and the leadership that they're providing. I joined AEJMC about 40 years ago, and it was an organization that was very male and very pale. Surprise, it was the first time a woman has won the Deutschman Award. But this is the organization we joined. This is the way the profession was. It's something that we've fought to make more inclusive and more diverse. I'd like to thank all of my colleagues over the years at first Cal State Northridge, and more recently at the University of Southern California, more recently meaning 32 years. And to our director of our school, Geneva Overholzer, who put in motion the process that led to the nomination and the selection of this award. The things that we stand for are really embodied in the person the award is named after. I first met Lee Barrow 40 years ago when he was vice president for research at Foot, Cone, and Belding Advertising Agency. I was a first-year graduate student in communication, was hoping to get a PhD at Stanford, and he spoke on campus, and I went to go hear his speech. More out of curiosity to see, is there really a person who's not white who has a PhD in this field? And secondly, what he would have to say. I met him afterwards and just introduced myself and talked a little bit. And then about a week later, I just got a very nice note from him. Fancy Foot, Cone, and Belding stationery. Just saying it was nice to meet you and wishing you well in my studies. We don't realize the importance of role models, of being part of a group where you don't see anybody like you on the road and the path you want to follow. Whether it's based on gender, race, sexual orientation, other factors that have been based on exclusion. Lee reaching out to me and just saying, good luck, I wish you well, meant a lot. When I joined AEJ, I was glad there was a, I didn't join my first year as a graduate student, and so it gets it back to me. But when we had enough money that we could afford to join AEJ, I was glad that there was a minorities and communication division to be a part of. And through the association and reading about and being involved, it gave us a vision and a time when we could make contributions to a diverse and inclusive group. As journalism educators, we all are ambitious for others. And our ambitions invested in people and communities that have not gotten a fair shake, not gotten a fair trade, have not been represented well in general audience media, or not recognized for what they have done for years in the media directed of their own community, has been a high calling and a high mission. I've been fortunate in being able to spend and play a very small role in a very large movement, and I thank you all for being